Right now at 10, the state of the city. Mayor Jim Payne delivers an address tonight showcasing future goals for Superior. Plus political violence. Congressman Pete Stauber describes our current climate in the fallout of the U.S. Capitol attack. And prizes for vaccines. Minnesota's governor announces a new program offering cool gifts for those who get vaccinated.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Half, filling in for Kristen Vaki tonight. Our top story, Superior Mayor Jim Payne stepped on a podium tonight outside Earth Rider Brewery to deliver his State of the City address. He touched on the pandemic, policing, and city budgets while looking back at the past year and looking forward to new investments. CBS 3's Alexis Bass listened in and breaks down what the mayor had to say.
The city of Superior has endured one of its toughest years yet. However, Mayor Payne is hopeful that the city is on a rise. The mayor shed light on several new investments in the upcoming year. That includes free transportation accommodations for Superior students, plans to revitalize the historic Carnegie Library, and free broadband for every Superior resident. Payne got a round of applause when he announced a plow tracker. The mayor says he's also proud of Superior's strides in diversity and entrepreneurship.
We have seen more business growth during a pandemic than we have in years. This growth has been strong enough to break down historic barriers, and we've seen an unprecedented number of historically disenfranchised groups such as women, people of color, and immigrants opening businesses and taking a chance on Superior.
Mayor Payne concluded his speech by awarding the Citizen of the Year award to Larry Quam. Quam served in the Douglas County Sheriff's Department for 36 years. His sons accepted the key of Superior on behalf of their late father. With many of the obstacles of the past year in our rear view mirrors, Payne says he's not enthusiastic about returning back to normal, but rather a better new normal. If you'd like to view the entire speech, visit our website at cbs3duluth.com.
Thank you, Alexis. In other news, the Minnesota DNR has terminated the state mineral leases for Mesabi Metallics on its proposed iron ore project near Nashwauk. Termination of the leases now throws the future of the troubled project into question. According to the DNR, the company was supposed to meet a series of requirements from a previous agreement, but they failed to do so. Even with the termination of these leases, the president of Mesabi Metallics tells us they plan to proceed with the project anyway.
We'll continue to work with the DNR on all opportunities here, but we are going to complete this facility and move it forward. We'll take any necessary actions to protect our interests here.
The state has said they will discuss the next steps with Mesabi regarding any equipment they may need to be removed from those properties. New at 10, a fire in Virginia, Minnesota has sent at least one person to the hospital. According to Friends of the Northland Firewire, it happened around 7:30 at a house near 1st Street North and 3rd Avenue. Flames burned through the home's kitchen and living room before crews from several range departments got that fire under control. A woman was taken to the hospital after suffering from smoke inhalation. The Virginia Fire Marshal's office is investigating. Turning to the weather now with meteorologist Dave Anderson. Dave, it was a windy one today, and now we're worrying about the cold tonight.
Yeah, from windy to cold, and maybe a little warmer tomorrow afternoon. Cold enough overnight tonight for a freeze warning for 2/3 of our region. Minnesota and Wisconsin facing that until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Low temps in northern Minnesota could drop as low as 20, lower 30s for the rest of those two zones. And into the UP, people there facing a frost advisory till about 8 o'clock in the morning. So any precip coming down on top. Earlier this week, there were a few fears that these colder temperatures could deliver some snow showers. But frankly, I think those will stay way to our south. Rain and even some snow showers we see over north of Green Bay by a few miles, staying out of our picture. Our picture looks like this. Oh, partly to mostly cloudy sky tonight with lows near 32 for the Twin Ports. Then tomorrow, mid-50s with a mostly sunny sky. That's the sign of a slow warm-up coming our way for the Memorial Day weekend. I'll talk about how high it'll culminate by Memorial Day itself in a few more minutes.
Thank you, Dave. DNR Conservation Officer Sarah Grell, who died in a crash near Grand Rapids this week, will be laid to rest tomorrow. A public visitation and funeral service will begin outside the IRA Civic Center. There will also be a low-level flyover by 2 helicopters from the DNR Enforcement Division, a 21-gun salute, and help from honor guards from multiple states. Grell leaves behind a husband and 3 children. Flags will also be flown at half-staff across Minnesota. In Washington, D.C., Congress appears to be stalling on the creation of a 9/11-style commission to look into the reasons for the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. But friends and family of one of the officers killed in that assault are lobbying lawmakers to approve that commission. Natalie Brandt has more details from Capitol Hill.
Usually I'm staying in the background, and I couldn't stay quiet anymore.
Gladys Sicknick, the mother of fallen U.S. Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, and his girlfriend Sandra Garza are meeting with several Republican senators, urging them to vote yes on the 9/11-style commission to look into the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
I think it's very disturbing that anyone would not want to support this. I mean, why would they not want to get to the bottom of such horrific violence?
At least 10 Republicans would need to vote with Democrats to overcome a procedural filibuster in the Senate. As of now, that does not appear likely.
I do not believe the additional extraneous commission that Democratic leaders want would uncover crucial new facts or promote healing.
The bipartisan bill passed in the House would create an independent 10-member commission equally appointed by Democrats and Republicans, and each side would have subpoena power.
The Democrats have basically given everything they've asked for, any impediment that would have been there, and there's no reason not to now, unless you just don't want to hear the truth.
But the staff for the commission would be appointed by Democrats. Republican Senator Susan Collins has proposed an amendment that would equally divide the staff positions as well.
That is what I have been working on, to make sure that it truly is balanced, fair, and bipartisan.
Democratic lawmakers say the Republican opposition has less to do with the makeup of the bill and more to do with politics.
Senate leader, Republican leader, warned his conference that January the 6th commission could hurt the Republicans politically. Well, too bad.
More than 400 people have been arrested in connection with the attack. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Earlier today, we spoke with Congressman Pete Stauber, who addressed why he voted against the formation of that January 6th commission. The 8th District representative told us he'd like to see a broader investigation into political violence instead.
It didn't start on January 6th, and it didn't end on January 6th. If we look at just on Good Friday, where the U.S. Capitol Police officer was murdered, the shooting in the baseball field in 2017, the riots and looting that happened across the country.
The congressman is back in the Northland after visiting the southern border last week on what he called a fact-finding mission, where he spoke with border security officials about the challenges they face. Out in Madison, the Republican-led Budget Committee has voted to end a tuition freeze on the UW school system. The freeze has been in place for 8 years. Democratic Governor Tony Evers proposed extending the tuition freeze in his recent budget proposal, along with spending $190 million more on higher education. But the Joint Finance Committee went in a different direction today, ending the tuition freeze and adding just $21 million in state funding. Down in St. Paul, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is trying to get 70% of people ages 16 and older vaccinated by midsummer. He's doing that by offering freebies to the next 100,000 people who get a shot. Caroline Cummings has more on this new incentive program and how it compares to other states.
If you haven't gotten your state fishing license yet this year or your COVID-19 vaccine, Governor Tim Walz hopes now you'll get both. From now until June 30th, the shot gets you a license for free.
Take advantage of the incentives that we're offering. Get out and explore Minnesota. You, your family, your community will be safe.
It's part of the governor's new incentive program to get people vaccinated. The first 100,000 people vaccinated over the next month can choose from 9 rewards, including free tickets to the state fair, a $25 Visa gift card, a free annual state parks pass, and more. The hope is the freebies will boost the state's vaccination numbers and further squash the virus.
We think it's a great way to kick off summer.
Minnesota isn't alone in offering rewards in exchange for shots in arms. Some states are offering lotteries, cash, and free college tuition. In Ohio, the state announced the first winner of its Vax-A-Million series, offering $1 million each week for 5 weeks to one lucky vaccinated winner. Minnesota's prizes less flashy, but Governor Tim Walz says it will will still have an impact.
We wanted to tailor this to Minnesota attractions, staying and doing things in Minnesota, and just did and thought that spreading it out further, we got 100,000 people can partake in these, just fit Minnesota better.
That was Caroline Cummings reporting. If you get vaccinated today through June 30th, we have information on our website on how you can claim that reward. Nationwide, it appears new mask guidance has increased interest in COVID-19 vaccinations. 2 weeks ago, the CDC announced that vaccinated Americans could take off their masks in most settings. Now, new data from vaccines.gov shows that during that time, interest is getting vaccinations shot up. Just after the announcement, the number of visits to the site hit its second highest since the website's launch. Actual vaccinations also went up after declining for nearly a month. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, adorable puppies from Hermantown are placed in prison, all for a good reason. Plus, Ely, Minnesota celebrates another step toward better education.
Yeah, always interesting seeing the old high school there. Flashback to when I forgot to do my meteorology homework. Well, today I did it, and it shows that this morning's low of 37 was fairly close to record territory. Record low today is 31 from 19.7. Tomorrow could be even chillier as the cool down comes and sticks around for a couple of days. I'll talk about for how long right after our break.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Have a nice day.
I'm going to. Yeah. And you've dealt with that, right?
Just like gray hair, cataracts are a common side effect of aging. A cataract is the natural clouding of the lens inside the eye. At Ralph Eye Care Specialists, our board-certified ophthalmologists offer cataract surgery to help you see better longer. Our team will work with you to create a pleasant surgical experience and a great surgical result. Call now to learn more about cataract surgery and to schedule a cataract evaluation at Ralph Eye Care Specialists.
Dude! You gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Make the most of every property with landscaping equipment that delivers more. More productivity. More comfort. More durability. And more of what it takes to get the job done right. When your reputation is on the line, you need the Kubota landscaping lineup. Visit your local dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the Memorial Sale at Slumberland. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our Memorial Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you. Oh.
Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Memorial Sale at Slumberland.
We're in, we're out, we're back on the road. Let's go. Here we go. Pick them up, put them down. Get on in there, get a snack, go to the bathroom. Everybody goes to the bathroom. Let's make sure the cat goes to the bathroom. We are not stopping anywhere else. The youth will go to the bathroom. Wait, who's that guy? When do we pick him up? All right.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, this evening we had a little bit of pink pop up in the sky. After a gray sky most of the day, got a little bit of color for the overnight. And that's a sign that things are going to be clearing up once we go into tomorrow. Red sky at night, sailor's delight, as they say. So this pink sky over Park Point is a sign that the sun will return tomorrow, but warm temperatures probably won't. Tomorrow morning may be the coldest of our cold snap here, getting into the 20s for a few towns, followed by a rebound into the mid-50s tomorrow afternoon, but the normal high is 67, and we may not get there till Sunday or Monday. But again, we're patient around here, and we bide our time long enough. we get what we want. Current conditions, we're not getting those. Looks like they're having a little bit of trouble with the ASOS station at Duluth International Airport, so fill in the blanks. It's almost like taking a test. Well, what temperature should it be? Well, this time of year, it should be someplace in the 40s, but again, we're going to drop into the 20s as the night goes on. Well, farewell current conditions. You let me down again. Temperatures, though, are coming in nicely for much of the rest of the region, though you will see the airport is blank on this temperature map as well. I'm sure they have technicians working pretty hard to get that back up and going. Aircraft need those numbers. Well, what numbers are we getting in International Falls? Current temp is 34, 36 Hibbing, 34 Cloquet, and 37 in Superior. We're also eyeing up 37 in Ashland and 35 for our friends in Ironwood and Hurley. And again, low temps tonight likely will be in the lower 30s for most of us, but from the Iron Ranges to the border could be down around 20. Pretty chilly, hence the freeze warning for Minnesota and Wisconsin and a frost advisory for the UP during the overnight. Current conditions as far as the Doppler map goes shows that battle between higher pressure coming in from the north and lower pressure from the west. That higher pressure from the north is pushing the low to the south, and so the precip that's been delivered today is south of our region. And you take a look over towards Green Bay-ish areas here, they are getting some snow showers, so that's how cold it is. Run through the forecast here for Friday. It'll be on the cool side but sunny side as that high continues to advance on our area. And into Saturday, it'll really plow into the region, kicking up a completely sunny sky, and temperatures will go into the mid-60s, which is near normal, at least off only by 2 degrees. Sunday, we change up a little bit as a low brings a chance for some rain showers, 30% shot, mid-60s again. By Memorial Day on Monday, the low, its backside could bring some afternoon thunderstorms, but high temps will go towards 70. Tonight, temps will drop into the 20s for a lot of Minnesota and probably lower 30s for Wisconsin and Michigan. We all get a mostly cloudy sky. And then tomorrow we get a mostly sunny sky all across the region with highs in the 50s for Wisconsin and the UP. And near 60 for a lot of Minnesota towns. Could be as warm as 65 by International Falls. And again, that's a sign of the times that we'll get into the 60s more firmly on Saturday with sunshine, followed by showers and mid-60s on Sunday, culminating in 70 at a chance for afternoon thunder boomers there, Ryan, that hopefully won't hamper the morning ceremonies that take place at cemeteries all across the region.
Yeah, but fortunately it looks like the temperatures are staying up there for us. Better than recently.
Yeah, it's not like the 80s the other day, which was too hot for some folks.
That was pretty hot. Thank you, Dave. Some puppies reported to prison today in Hermantown. They're not in trouble, but instead they're offering help and receiving some in the process. The pups were transported to the federal prison camp in Hermantown to resume a prison program with Can-Do Canines. It was paused last year because of the pandemic. That program lends trained assistance dogs to help clients with disabilities. They also go to select inmates who will help 5 to 10 week puppies adjust from life with their mother to life with humans. The program coordinator says puppies are a great barrier breaker for inmates that need that connection.
It's a win-win. It's a win for us because there's these handlers that have some time and they can put some energy into puppies, and it's a win for them because, you know, they get to have these puppies come in and not judge them, just give them this unconditional love and attention, and they can put all their heart and soul into this.
Several inmates have said it helps give them a sense of purpose. The nonprofit works with 7 different prisons and camps in both Minnesota and Wisconsin. Up in Ely, Minnesota, the city school district broke ground on a big project today. The $20 million building idea includes a new industrial arts facility, along with a new gym, commons area, and cafeteria. We'll also connect buildings, making them safe and secure for students and staff. The school board chairman calls it a dream come true for that community. Ely voters have already passed a $10 million bond referendum to fund it. Still to come on live local CBS 3, even though Memorial Day is still a few days away, veterans in Arlington and the Twin Ports show their love to the fallen.
CBS 3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Essentia Health orthopedic surgeon Jefferson Davis talks about treating troublesome feet and ankles, which could involve using a joint or complete reconstruction.
Obviously, we walk every day, and we're on our feet most of the days, most of us are, and a lot of these people have disabling pain that they just can't deal with. Our bodies aren't made to last forever. They wear out, tendons wear out, the tendons that hold up our arches wear out, our feet get flat, some with time. People have sporting injuries, twist their ankle, rupture their ligaments. Those sometimes need to be reconstructed. I see quite a few people for flat foot, progressive flat, their arch has fallen, they're having increasing pain. I see a lot of people for what they call Haglund's deformity, or a bump on their heel that's rubbing on their Achilles tendon and causing a lot of pain in their heel. I also see a lot of people for ligament instability of their ankle.
Dr. Davis says technology has made the procedures he performs much more precise.
They are computer guided in that we take a CT of the ankle before we do the ankle replacement. We send it away and they make specialized jigs that just fit onto that person's anatomy, and that enables us to put pins in the exact places, take those jigs off and put on the regular cutting blocks that we cut the bone with, and it cuts it very precisely. It's better than anything when you have a patient that's happy and has had a good result, that there's no replacement for that. So yeah, that's why I do this.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentialhealth.org/medicalinsight.
At Extreme, we know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. So don't just settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. Prices start at $19.99 a month for 1 year. You deserve fast, reliable internet. With Extreme, you can get speeds from 60 meg up to an amazing 1 gig. Right now, prices start at less than $20 a month for 1 year. Call us today, 844-EXTREME-2.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn & Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Coming up Friday on CBS3 this morning, a recap of Mayor Jim Payne's State of the City address for Superior.
And a look at your Memorial Day weekend forecast as temperatures slowly climb back to normal.
So make sure to tune in starting at 5 a.m.
CBS3 Sports is brought to you by Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment.
Welcome back, everyone. Members of the U.S. military marched to the Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia today to place flags on the tombstones of our nation's veterans. It was all in observance of Memorial Day, which is coming up on Monday. U.S. soldiers have been buried there, beginning with the Civil War, as well as the dead from earlier wars. Each of the active soldiers paid tribute to those who came before them. Here in the Northland, veterans who've made the ultimate sacrifice are also being honored a few days ahead of Memorial Day. In Superior today, volunteers with the Douglas County Veterans Service placed American flags across Greenwood Cemetery. Last year, they placed nearly 5,000 flags to mark the holiday. Also in Superior, the American Legion and Lakehead Constructors joined forces holding a flag dedication ceremony. As is the case every year, many services and ceremonies will be held across the Northland on Memorial Day to remember service members we have lost. Coming up after the break, tonight was Game 3 for the Milwaukee Bucks in their NBA playoff series against the Miami Heat. Sports is next.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You know, everyone just treats me a little bit differently, a little bit better. You know, and I feel more comfortable in social situations.
Before, when I walked by a mirror, I would duck. I wouldn't look. Now it's like, who's that girl?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
The health of the Iron Range is our passion. That's why at Fairview Range, we do everything we can to keep our community healthy and safe. Our compassionate team is always here for you and for each other. No matter what, we step up because that's just what we do. We are here for you, always. Fairview Range, we're here.
Save big money on your home improvement projects with Menards. Reveal and protect the true beauty of wood with Paramount Advanced Stain and Sealant in one. It provides durability while extending the life of wood. All stains and finishes are 11% off. Fix up your garage with Epoxy Shield Garage Floor Coating Kits. The showroom quality surfaces protect against gasoline, motor oil, and more. All 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Good boy. You're such a good boy.
I think it's time we got a dog.
But my landlord won't let me have pets.
I've got an idea about that, too.
You've got big dreams and a bold imagination. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good. I look good. 75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41 and a half inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, the Bucks sure took care of business on their home court to open the playoffs, including a 34-point rout of Miami Heat in Game 2. The pivotal Game 3 was tonight in front of 17,000 fans at the American Airlines Center in Miami. Milwaukee didn't have their best night shooting, especially in the first half, but they out-rebounded the Heat 22-10 in the first quarter and didn't give them anything easy. The Heat had just 14 points after one, and when you're playing good defense, the offense eventually comes along with it. They led by 13 at the half and never let the Miami crowd get into it. Chris Middleton led the way with 22 points. Giannis had a quiet night by his standards with 17, but Milwaukee hangs 29 on Miami to take a 3-0 series lead. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit in the NBA playoffs. Well, this afternoon, the Duluth East boys tennis team qualified for the state tournament for the 5th straight year with a 6-1 win over Elk River. Hermantown Zamplant and Aaron Evgen also qualified as individuals. Well, is there any better phrase in sports than Game 7? And how long we have waited to hear that sound. Minnesota Wild fans, Xcel Energy Center wasn't quite as packed to the brim as in a typical non-pandemic year, but heck, I couldn't tell the difference, and neither could the Wild, it seemed. First two periods saw a few quality chances from both the Vegas Golden Knights and the Wild, but ultimately this one went into the final frame scoreless. It started with a Ryan Hartman goal, was almost tied up with a Vegas goal that was overturned due to goalie interference, and then the Wild iced it with two more, winning 3-0 for a Game 7 in Las Vegas.
We're all kids, right? I mean, we're all kids playing a game. You go out there and you have fun, and again, like, we don't know what the result's going to be, but we can control our effort and you know, our desperation, our desire, and hope things work out for the best.
Yeah, I think this is what everyone was dreaming of when they were a kid. Going into a Game 7 is going to be really fun. I mean, this is what everyone wants to do. You want to play important games, and tomorrow we have a really important game, so we for sure is going to be ready for it. Game 7 tomorrow night. Puck drop is at 8:00 p.m. Well, back in April, Duluth Marshall basketball star Gianna Neepkins was a top 5 finalist for the Minnesota Miss Basketball Award. Despite leading the state in scoring by a wide margin, she was not selected. Well, today she received a similar honor. Neepkins was named the Gatorade Minnesota Girls Basketball Player of the Year. The Utah commit averaged over 43 points per game in her senior season and led the Hilltoppers to the state tournament for the second consecutive season. She leaves behind an illustrious legacy in Duluth as the Northland's all-time leading scorer. A familiar face in the Superior football community has a new gig. Rob Scott, a former assistant with the Spartans varsity program, has been hired as Eau Claire Memorial's new head coach. Scott was the defensive coordinator and associate head coach for Superior this spring. He's also responsible for starting Superior's youth football feeder program, which he's directed for the past 12 years. Twins were off today, but the Padres wrapping up a 4-game set with the Brewers earlier today. Milwaukee wants to steal one back to even up the series. Padres take the lead from the Brewers in the 6th. Changes quickly in the follow-up. Willie Adames gets every bit of this one. It's long gone for the 3-run bomb to give the Brewers a 5-3 lead. Now Manny Machado steps up and ties this one for the Padres, sending to extras, but lo and behold, in the bottom of the 10th, Jackie Bradley laces one to the wall in right. It's a walk-off win. That drives in the winning run, and Milwaukee gets to celebrate the walk-off with a 6-5 win. That is going to do it for sports this evening. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Park said so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yep.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Use purchase allowance to get up to 16% below MSRP on 2021 Buick SUVs. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. Plus, subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
They're only going to graduate once, which means this is your only chance to get this right. Are you worried? Of course not. When the pressure is on, you know where to turn. Super One has you covered for all your grad party needs. Our fresh fruit, deli party favorites, and handcrafted baked goods are sure to impress. So sit back and get this party started. Super One Foods, helping you bring family and friends together for over 40 years.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back, everyone. Kelly, got a question. You a fan of the Minnesota State Fair?
Am I a fan of the Minnesota State? Of course.
It's a silly question. The official countdown is on for the Great Minnesota Get-Together. Events actually started earlier today at the State Fairgrounds. The cold and rain didn't keep people away from the kickoff to summer at the fair. Vendors are set up and thousands of Minnesotans are enjoying a slice of what's to come. Tickets sold out quickly earlier this year to that event that runs through Memorial Day this weekend. It is a welcome sight after COVID-19 canceled last summer's state fair. Dave,
I saw someone wait in line for 45 minutes for Sweet Martha's. It's not
that's
even
worth
safer.
it. That's worth it. 45 minutes, that seems like a steal compared to what it usually is when it's super busy. Dave, favorite State Fair food?
Grain-Belt Dark.
Is that beer?
Yes.
That's food.
We'll take that.
I haven't been to the State Fair since 1985. I think I had to park in Stillwater and walk in, so I'm getting too old for that kind of walk. But let's talk about temperatures. They're going to be brisk by tomorrow morning. So we're looking at a freeze warning in Minnesota and Wisconsin, frost advisory for the UP. Will we warm up as the weekend unfolds? I think we will. We go to the mid-50s tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, 63 for Saturday, 65 Sunday, and then 70 with a thunder chance in the afternoon come Memorial Day.
All right, thank you, Dave. Thank you for joining us. Colbert's next.